So thanks for being here. And once more, not the first time, I have Dominic Burley and I have Nagaraj from HCL, and they've been sponsoring Denodo DataFest for, I think, second or third year. But more importantly, they've been very instrumental in bringing some very large customers and making them successful around data virtualization. So Nagaraj, you and I were involved in that very first large telco project. How is HCL's capability, and then Dominic more recently at one of the largest insurance companies in America, and we worked around the world, of course. But tell me a little bit about HCL and your roles, so we can just start off with that introduction.
Sure. Okay. Hopefully this is working.
It is, yes.
I'm Nagaraj Shastri for everyone who is seeing this. I head the solutions practice for HCL in North America. That's predominantly my role. I've been with HCL for about 10 years now.
Okay.
Have been doing this, the solutions aspect of life for quite a while.
Okay.
I don't
So all these fantastic solution architectures, modern architectures, they all roll up from within you.
It's actually the works that people like Dominic do, and I conveniently come take the sweet spot. Sometimes share the stage with them.
Yeah. So let's hear what Dominic. What's your role? And I think you're also currently at a client working very actively with data virtualization.
I am. I'm a solution architect with HCL. Just recently got my certification in Denodo.
Okay, congratulations.
So I know we talked about that the last time we were together. So yeah, I'm working at a client, and we're working on getting Denodo implemented as a transition from an on-premise database to a cloud-based data warehouse solution. Yeah. So Denodo's instrumental in helping him do that.
Right, and that's a common theme. And I know at that client there was also a lot of interest in this idea of a data marketplace, right?
They're doing that as well.
Yeah.
In various different aspects, from BI assets that they have, pure data assets that they have, and then looking at the data lineage and data modeling aspects of that as well to expose that. So
well, very nice. So I know over the course of multiple customers, we've seen different patterns: logical data warehouse, transition to the cloud, self-service BI, etc. So coming back to you, Nagaraj, I mean, if you had to kind of, at a high level summarize, what are some of the key areas that HCL sees among your client base where the need for logical architectures, data virtualization, etc., data services, data fabric, there are different terms.
Absolutely.
Where would those be?
So what is happening is, we are going to be in a polyglot environment.
Yes.
Whether we like it or not, you're going to be in a SaaS culture, you're going to be in a PaaS culture. You're going to have multiple reporting tools also.
Yes.
And then you'll have all the ERPs and name a tool that is going to be on cloud. In that scenario, the concept of having integrated data warehouses on-prem or on cloud in one single place, that has lost relevance.
Mm-hmm.
That is where I think Denodo plays an important role. You create the logical data warehouses. We call it integrated data warehouses. We have an accelerator around it, which encompasses Denodo. So the whole fabric aspect of from a data perspective is then logically fit into Denodo.
Yeah.
And then on top of that logical architecture is all the reporting tools, or if people need data as a service, that is provided through the API layer thanks to the SOAP architecture that you have. And then if analytics wants to access the same data, that is the second.
So it's a common data services layer, whether it's SOAP, REST, JSON, whatever, for digital apps or things. Just to clarify one thing, it's not so much that the data warehouses are going away. It's just maybe it's a subject matter data warehouse.
Absolutely.
It's not this massive enterprise contains everything. So you're stitching them together. So through this logical architecture.
Through the logical architecture.
So that there may be multiple data stores, some of them data warehouses.
There is one other aspect where organizations we have been helping out with is in terms of data quality.
Yes. Okay.
So traditionally, if you see, the whole data quality thought process used to be after the fact.
Yes.
And then data warehouses or data marts being the receivers of the data.
Yes.
Would always have to deal with the data quality crap.
Right.
for a lack of a better term, my apologies. But then the whole deal is what we have created very recently is an ML-based algorithm on data quality, where we can look at quality of data right through the aspect of at the application layer or cloud layer or legacy applications, wherever your data is residing, as well as at the data warehouse layers or various layers. Now the beauty is this machine learning algorithm is a callable feature that we use Denodo for. So logically what happens is, think about it, an application is there and I'm pulling data out of an application.
Right.
If you want to run the ML algorithm on the application itself, many application owners won't allow it. Thanks to the incumbency that happens, because it will impact the I/O.
Yeah.
But think about it, if I've got a logical data set that I'm bringing from an application which is now there in Denodo, and I run this as a service on top of the data that I'm extracting, at that point in time what happens is the ML program actually tells us that what is the data quality issues, how to fix it.
Yeah.
And then through an API service again, the output through again Denodo itself, we are pushing it back to the application.
That's quite
so that is something that we are working on.
Okay.
And, very excited about it.
Yeah.
Helping large pharmaceutical companies about it.
Yeah.
And that's where we are.
Very good.
In terms of.
Yeah. So I think that one of the things you're talking about, that the value you guys bring is as a partner, because we are very focused on the product, is not only in implementation like you're doing with your client, Dominic, but also in building these frameworks and accelerators that'll help people adopt these technologies around specific examples like data quality you just talked about.
Absolutely. There is another, just in the interest of time, preempting on.
No, I'll also ask Dominic. I have one quick question for you as well. Yes, yeah.
Sure. So there is an accelerator that we have created very recently around usage analytics.
Yeah.
Even on Denodo.
Okay.
Lot of objects get created. We do not know how many of them are getting used.
Used, yeah.
What is the usage pattern, and are there any nuances in comparison with the data catalog feature that Denodo offers?
Yeah, and you can see all the statistics of who is using it, where, how, etc. And that helps you manage the environment.
Absolutely. So that is something that is also in the works.
Yeah. So Dominic, my last but one question. I have one final one after this, but to both of you, you've recently gone through certification.
Right.
Was it eye-opening in any way, or because there are a lot of people who have to almost kind of turn their head around a little bit because they've been doing data warehousing or ETL for 20 plus years. Right. And then they come into this kind of virtual logical world. Share with me your experiences as you went through the certification and architect.
Right, it was a different approach to that. So taking what you know about using SQL, taking what you know about data warehouses and how all those objects work together, but figuring out how to apply that knowledge in a different way in the world as we see it today. And so not worrying so much about the physical assets as they are, but how do you use those logically together across various spaces,
right,
which may be something in the cloud, which may be a data source that you have on premise, or maybe just a flat file.
Yeah.
And so kind of thinking about how that works. So it's not an easy process to get through the certification, because it's not just knowing what's on the documentation and what's printed there, but how to apply it.
Yeah, actually, it's applied knowledge, and it only comes after you've done a couple implementations.
Right,
so
it's not somebody to just get out of college, read the knowledge base, and then take the test.
Fantastic.
You got to have some experience.
And that's one of the assets that HCL has, because you have several people like that who have the practical knowledge on data virtualization and Denodo in particular. Right. Well, as my final question, you have first of all, thank you for being our sponsors, but you have a virtual booth. Is there anything in particular that you want our online audience to go check out? We obviously want them to, learn more about HCL and, how you can help them.
Right. I think to expand on what Nagaraj was just speaking of, one of the good things we have is we have data bots that can go through and crawl these logs.
Okay.
So you have the auditing there to see who's accessing what assets, but how do you use that information?
Okay.
So we have some data bots that can help crawl through these logs.
Okay.
And pull that information together, and then we leverage dashboards in Tableau to present that information back, so that your administrators and overseers of your tools can see what's going on where.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'll ask the audience to then go check out your booth and find out more information about these data bots and the capabilities that HCL offers.
Great.
Yeah.
just last one other thought process is check out the concept of machine learning and data quality.
Yeah.
Ask us about what Sketch means and what data fabric to us means. Okay. And of course, the bots is an important aspect or an element of what we do on a day-to-day level.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Nagaraj,
nice
very much.
Suresh, after a long time.